Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am going to wait a few minutes. How is everybody doing this cold, snowy morning in Joliet, Illinois? Woke up to snow and some did stick, but that's what happens between winter and spring. We don't know what to expect with the weather. I am April Showers. I am 59. August 13th, I will turn 60, Lord willing. I wanted to just talk about life. On Saturday, we had a memorial for my cousin. And I was so overcome with emotion. I was born in Chicago, in the house. Premature baby, 2.5 pounds, and was at Rush Presbyterian St. Luke for 2.5 months. It was always wonderful for my mother to tell me the story of how they would bring me out and I was so little. And she said she knew I would be a fighter, a leader, a good person. I was the firstborn of 3 children. And I was a spoiled child growing up, loved and didn't have to want for anything. But also at the same time, I did everything to make my parents proud of me, making good grades, winning spelling bees, going to college, just trying to do the right thing. On my maternal side, the Curtis side, so very close, so very close. All of us cousins, we were always together. Saturday, and even now, hey, White Tupac, how are you? I'm just discussing life and some things. I don't know how old you are, but I am 59 and I am seeing all of my loved ones leave this earth. So, like I said, I was born in Chicago. My parents moved to Joliet. They had jobs at the steel mill. But me, I was catching the Rock Island train every weekend to go to Chicago. I have so many great memories of catching the L's, going to the State and Lake Theater to see James Bond movies. On Sundays, you paid $1 and you got a super transfer and you can ride all day long on the L in Chicago. On Saturday, we had the memorial. It was at a place called Dorchester Art, which is where my cousin, they teach dance classes in the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois. I want to give her my appreciation for helping the kids in Chicago. I love Chicago. Chicago is my heart. I wouldn't have lived in 2 states, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Dallas, Texas. And there's nothing like Chicago. But Saturday, as we got off Stony Island, and while Stony Island used to be the greatest street to ride down, you had everything. Doesn't have that much, but there was Jackson Park Hospital, the hospital my grandmother died in. Then there's a Jewel, and right there on 75th Street is where my uncle Fitzgerald, who passed, he lived more 75th and Kimbart over in that area. And then we had the beautiful Moss Marion. If you've never had a chance to see something so beautiful, the Moss Marion on 75th is such a beautiful place. If you ever get a chance, go to that Moss Marion on 75th. Minister Louis Farrakhan. I am a Christian, but I respect all religions, and I have been to the Moss Marion several times. And when you walk into that Moss Marion, it is so beautiful in there. And as we drove down Stony, my aunt, she used to live off Stony Island on 68th. And I got so overwhelmed thinking about all my loved ones that have passed. My parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. I was so overcome with such a sadness. A sadness. And I had to pray for God to remove the sadness from my heart. When you grow up with such a close family and friends from high school, a great family that we love each other. No, we're not a perfect family by no means. We have been affected with addictions, all kind of problems that are going on in the world. We have been faced with those problems in our family, but we stood by our family and the family members or anybody that had any type of issue. So I guess that's why with me losing everybody, especially girl cousins, my cousin Kim, I still have Lisa, she's on the north side. And then Vanetta, she's on the south side. But Kim, that was my girl, more like my sister. And so growing up in such a loving environment was such a shocker to me to get around people and realize that there are evil, demonic people in the world. So for my sanity, it's best for me not to get close to people. I was looking for family in different people that I was meeting, and that won't happen. So I just asked God to help me to just be me and don't expect me out of other people. And don't think everyone that I meet is for me. Hard pills to swallow. The sadness of losing loved ones, going to funerals, knowing I have survived cancer twice, and God has left me on this earth. So I just try to do the right thing. Hello, Frank G. How are you? We are losing your loved ones. It takes a toll. It takes a toll on you. And on my maternal side, It's just we're a small family. Fatima's Kitchen, how you doing? What you cooking today? And family. Mm. Yeah, Frank, it is. I was so overwhelmed, and it's been such a sadness. And I'm just praying now to find some sunshine right now. Because all of us first cousins were very close. I was around all my cousins growing up. I wasn't allowed to go to sleepovers. Uh, we were taught we were cousins. Don't be playing doctor and nurse. You know, coming up, I was just with my cousin, boy cousins, fighting. That's why I always be like, shoot, I can go. I grew up fighting boys. And they used to call me the tattletale because I used to tell everything. And I know they're in a better place with God. And I think for us, Frank G, for black people, we don't talk about death. You know, we really don't talk about death and get people prepared. We don't we don't have those conversations. We think everyone is going to live forever. I never once heard my mother told me I'm gonna die. You better make sure you keep your stuff together. I might not be here one day, so A, B, C, D. I think in our culture, we don't talk about death. So I have started telling my son, I'm not going to be here, this, that, different things. I want him to just keep dear to his heart. But thank God he's grown now. Thank God that my only child is grown. And so, and when I talk to him, I always say, make sure you keep your stuff together. Because I'm not going to be around here. I'm not going to be that person that's going to bail you out of these situations. Because, yes, he is my only child. And no matter what he does, I'm going to always be there for my one and only child. But such a sadness came. And I was like, I don't even want to come to Chicago for a while. It's just too sad. Hey, it's just too sad. Too much sadness. And so I'm just praying. But I don't want to go to Chicago for a while. It's just too sad. Too many. too many good memories. And it's sad now because all my loved ones are gone. So my cousin, he is here from East St. Louis. He's in the living room. We'd have laughed and talked and we went down memory lane. And they'll be leaving shortly this afternoon. And it's been nice to have my family, my cousins, Reggie and Daryl here. They are more like my brothers than my cousins. And then my other cousins, they drove down from St. Louis yesterday. Well, they got late. They got here late. So we did go over to my one last living uncle's house. She had cooked breakfast. And I thought once I get home, I'm going to go home. I'm just going to share a video with you guys. Let's see. Hold on. This is me living for the city. Been to Chicago more every day this week. This is me, April Showers, in the city, South Side. I love this. You right. Peace be with you. So yeah, now I am at the comforts of my home. Praying to ask God to remove the sadness place that I'm in right now. I want to thank you all for coming today. And like I said, my shows are more shows talking about life and topics, family, to all of my subscribers. Keep in touch with your family. Call them. Don't make it be a funeral when you only see each other. We had good times. We was a traveling family too. We all traveled together. Ooh, we did so many things. Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. This younger generation, I don't know. Some of my cousins' kids, I don't know. This younger generation, when you try to talk to them, you're telling them, look, You need to come around your family more and get to know your family. But I am proud of my younger cousins. I have a pilot, nurse practitioners, doctors. They are on the move. They are really on the move. They're owning their own businesses. So I am very proud of them. I know my grandmother and my aunts, I've done their wishes of making sure that the family stayed together and made sure I looked out for my cousin's kids and be instrumental in their lives. And that's what I've done. I've tried to be that person. And I am. I have a beautiful niece, Cecile. She calls and checks on me. So, and actually, they are my cousin's kids, but they call me Auntie out of respect. So, people love on your family when they are here. Keep in touch with them and put aside any differences that you might have. Just remember, God created us all different. Nobody is going to think the same. But if you truly have love, love which is unconditional love, you will be able to let me see how I'm trying to say this. If you have unconditional love, then everything would be okay. If you have unconditional love, and for those that don't know what unconditional love is, unconditional love is loving without any restriction. Nobody don't have to dance to my music for me to love them. However they're living, that's not my business. I still love you. So learn what unconditional love is, people, because unconditional love will take you so much further in life. And this is April Showers, and I thank you for listening to my video today. And I'll be okay. I'm a fighter. I said that my channel, I would be promoting life issues, my life story. I can tell it better than anybody else can tell it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I have had issues in my life as well. So I just want to thank you today for listening to me And I'm praying to ask God to remove the sadness that's in my heart at this time. Everybody have a great day. April showers. I'm out.